Today is Wednesday, July 17th, and I'm just wondering when the next earthquake will hit college football, shaking up conference alignments yet again.
And now, a word from our title sponsor.
Are all financial advisors fiduciaries? Fewer than you think. Not knowing could reduce your lifestyle. Hi, I'm Mitch Kramer, founder and CEO of Fluent Financial. A fiduciary is a regulatory term to reduce conflicts of interest in wealth management. A fiduciary always works in your best interest. A non-fiduciary advisor might put their compensation or company ahead of yours. At Fluent Financial, we are certified financial planners acting as fiduciary advisors. To learn more, go to fluentfinancial.com or Fluent Financial's YouTube channel.
There's been a significant development in your laundry room. Laundry detergent sheets, not dryer sheets, but the same concept. Paper thin, remarkably efficient. Just toss one into your load of clothes and voila! Sparkling clean and smelling great. And as a plus, they're hypoallergenic for those with sensitive skin. No more plastic jugs of detergent. Jugs that just wind up in trash heaps. It's easy to get your laundry detergent sheets. Just go to the link in today's podcast episode.
StarPower Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the perfect temperature, and ensure your home is secure, all from the palm of your hand. StarPower has the experts that will transform your house into a secure, smart home. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Get started at GetStarPower.com. StarPower, where innovation meets home.
Right off the top, I want to tell you, I don't want to rain on SMU's parade celebrating that they've gotten back into a power conference in football, the ACC. SMU's worked so hard for this. The journey has been so long. But the seismic shifts we've seen recently to college football may not be finished at all. We've seen lots of teams jumping around, the Pac-12 disappearing, and it may not be over. And the most vulnerable conference now appears to be the ACC that SMU, Stanford, and California just joined. If the ACC shatters, it would be so sad for SMU. Back in 1996, when the Southwest Conference disbanded, SMU was left on the outside looking in. They stepped down to join the Western Athletic Conference for 9 years. Then they moved to Conference USA for 8 years. And then they switched to the American Athletic Conference for 11 years. And finally a chance to get back in the big time with the ACC. And SMU paid very dearly for that privilege, agreeing to forego tens of millions of dollars of TV revenue over the next several years just to be in a Power 4 conference. SMU got the death penalty. The only team that's ever gotten it, the only team that's ever going to get it. They paid players, and when they were found out, they kept paying players again. It's a sad tale, but it happened. Then from 1987 to 2023, in that period of 36 years, SMU had only 4 winning seasons in football. But SMU's got a new home, though there are rumblings in that new home. Florida State and Clemson, the two big dogs in the ACC, they are not happy. They don't believe they're getting enough revenue from college football given their status as big dogs in college football. They want out. They're exploring legally ways to get out and break the commitment that they have to the ACC that now runs through 2036. If they do get out, where would they go? Well, let's start with the Big Ten. The Big Ten just added Oregon, Washington, USC, and UCLA. That got them to 18 teams. Hey, adding 2 more teams would bring them to 20, which seems like a nice round number. But maybe the most likely place, if Florida State and Clemson look for a new home, would be the SEC. They just added Texas and Oklahoma, 2 big-time power football teams. That got them up to 16 members. How powerful is the SEC? Counting Texas and Oklahoma, more than half of the 16-team SEC has won at least one national championship in college football since 1998. In all, the conference has 16 national titles in that time. And the SEC is proud. Greg Sankey at the SEC Media Days, their commissioner, just said they're proud that their name still fits their footprint, Southeastern Conference. And adding Florida State and Clemson would seem to fit perfectly there. If Clemson and Florida State do bolt for somewhere, there are other attractive universities in the ACC that could go looking for a new home. Louisville, Miami of Florida, North Carolina State, Duke, maybe even Pittsburgh. Now, perhaps the SEC would add 2 more teams to get to 20. Or perhaps the Big 12, now at 18, having just added Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and Arizona State, maybe they'd add 2 more to get to 20. For SMU's sake, I hope this does not happen. For SMU's sake, I so hope that doesn't happen. Now, the Big 12 could be the other conference that the shaking and moving could occur in. But the Big 12 seems really solid right now. And their commissioner, Brett Yormark, is out there aggressively taking actions to increase the revenue in the league, including investigating a long-term private equity partner. Meanwhile, there are still those rumblings in the ACC. To remain a Power 4 conference, the ACC has somehow got to satisfy Clemson and Florida State. If they get out, someone will offer them a new home. And then several of those remaining schools may look for greener pastures. And sadly, that conference could shatter. And now that's not happening right now. This isn't going to be next month or this fall or maybe not next year. But what's happening now is that SMU's nearly 30-year quest to get back in big-time college football has finally become a reality.
Today's episode brought to you by Fluent Financial, Retire Sooner, Better Lifestyle, and by Star Power, Love Where You Live.
Just Wondering is a production of DSP Media for FanStream Sports. You can find Norm's show along with other great programming at fanstreamsports.com.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you enjoyed it, hit follow. And every weekday, a fresh new episode of Just Wondering will be delivered right to you. And if you enjoy this podcast, please share it with a friend. Finally, Should you have questions or comments, please share them with us by going to X and our address at Norm's Clubhouse. That's Just Wondering with Norm Hitzges. And every day, I'll be just wondering about something.
And I'm Mary Hitchkus, and I'm just wondering